for the serious gamer.
Well, hello there, you crazy gamers. I'm Gunts for Hire from Next Gen Tactics, and I'm bringing you the latest, greatest, groundbreaking news out there. I'm helping you be lazy so you don't have to go all over the place and find this yourself. You can just come here and I'll tell you about it. First things first, Gears of War 3 has been, I don't know, I guess for lack of a better word, delayed until the fall of 2011. It was originally supposed to come out in April next year, which would have been awesome. Because, you know, you get to that point where, you know, all these games come out, just like we're dealing with now. Halo Reach, and we got Medal of Honor, and we've got Fallout, Dead Rising 2, we got I already said Medal of Honor, Alzheimer's, we got Black Ops, and we got a whole bunch of games coming out right now in the holiday season. Overwhelms us, but then all of a sudden, we played them for so long that come the spring, sort of summertime, we're kind of like, God, is there anything else out there? You know, the same sort of thing that happened with Modern Warfare 2. So when I saw that Gears of War 3 was going to be released in April, I'm like, you know what, that's pretty friggin' kick-ass. Because that's going to hold us over at least till the fall when the other games usually start coming in. And I thought that's great. But lo and behold, look at what's going on here. We're delayed till probably November. They said fall, but likely November to coincide with the Christmas time. You know, I got zero issues when companies come across technical issues, something that's delaying the production and development of the game, usually where we see these delays happen. But this one was purely because Microsoft wanted to kick ass and release it in the holiday season, because they're like, hey, you know, there's really not much coming out in the holiday season. Why don't we release it then? And we'll make a killing on profits and stuff. And you know what? The bottom line is it's a business, right? We all know it's a business, and we all know it's about money. It would be great if it was just about entertainment, but let's face it, none of us do that. I mean, it's a struggle in this world. We all need our piece of the pie, and they're no different. But it just kind of as a... All that aside, and I only said that so that the trolls don't get all friggin' crazy, but, you know, all that aside, as a gamer, it kind of pisses me off. I fully understand and can appreciate that there's delays from a technical perspective so that we don't end up with a crap product. I mean, there's always going to be fixes and bugs and stuff like that, but at least they can reduce it or try and reduce it if they want to polish it off so that they have this really amazing product for us. And even though you really want to get your hands on the game, I understand when they delay it because, you know, they're doing it so that they can give us a really good game. But in this case here has nothing to do with that. The game's ready to go, basically, for April. I mean, hell, it may be even done now and they're just finishing off a couple of things. But as far as they know, you know, as everyone else knows, the game's ready to go. But they're like, you know what, we're going to delay it by more than 6 months, by more than half a year, so that we can actually get more money. And you know what? I really don't know if they're going to get more money. As a matter of fact, I kind of want them not to. Not to be I know it sounds kind of mean, to be spiteful and everything like that, but majority of the people that are going to buy Gears of War 3, including myself, are more of a mature audience. And by that I mean 18 and older. I know a whole bunch of you guys under 18 will get it anyway. It doesn't really matter. But for those of you that follow Gears of War and love number 2, you're going to buy it. It doesn't matter if it's released on... Well, it doesn't matter. I couldn't give you another date. If it's released in April, all the Gears of War fans are going to buy it in April. And it would have been awesome, because then all the other stuff would have been played, and then finally, you know, all these fans, and I've never even played number 2, but I was excited to play it. I'm still going to play it, but I just find it's kind of annoying that they would have delayed this. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. As a Gears of War 1, 2, both, one or the other, and if you were planning on getting Gears of War 3, give me your opinions, give me your comments. I mean, do you think it's necessary to delay it? Would that, you know, change your mind, or does it make it more of a pain in the ass that it's coming out in Christmas time versus springtime? I mean, are you glad it's happening? Maybe you're like, well, you know what, I kind of start going outside more and breathing real fresh air and not stuck in the basement all the time, kind of like what this guy does all year long. But, you know, would it have deterred you? Would it have changed your mind? Is it a big deal? I don't know. Give me your comments. Give me your opinions on it. I don't know. I think it's kind of it's just a sign of the times of corporate America, and it kind of annoys me. I mean, we're all about entertaining and having fun, and then they do this. Seems completely unnecessary, at least in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think, especially the diehard. I want to hear from you, Gears of War 1 and 2 diehard fans. I want to know how you feel about this delay and whether they should have done it or not. I think it's kind of a mistake because they're saying, oh, well, then we can easily capture the holiday market. But you know what? As far as I know, and I don't know who's going to be developing it, but it doesn't matter whether it is this title, but it's rumored, not rumored, but it's slated that Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, I know you already got a bad taste of number 2 and we're already talking about Black Ops, but the next Call of Duty title is supposed to be coming out, again, you know, at the same time, November or whatever, fall of 2011, so it's got to compete with that. And even the less popular Call of Duty titles like World at War still outsold Gears of War 2. So I really don't know what they're hoping to accomplish. Like, they're going to compete with a title like that. Even if, you know, people are like, oh, I'm not getting it. There's going to be millions of people that buy the Call of Duty, regardless as to what it's called. Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, doesn't matter. People are going to buy millions of copies, and it'll probably outsell Gears of War. Not exclusively for Xbox, but, you know, who knows? I don't know. I don't know how it goes. Anyway, give me your opinions. Now, the next part that I came across, and this just is in the news as well, is Electronic Arts, EA, for Medal of Honor, has decided to remove the name Taliban from the multiplayer. And this all stems from the controversial multiplayer where you're allowed to play as Taliban and kill allied forces. As far as I know, it's the first time that something like this has really ever happened where the company is... They're saying, oh, well, no, it wasn't because of that. We weren't swayed because of that. It was because a few families of fallen soldiers, which my heart does go out to you guys. Believe me, don't start thinking that I'm going off a different way. If you guys have seen my other one, you know that I support you guys, and I understand as well. But they're saying that it was just because of those small families that they decided to remove the word Taliban and call it, opposing force. So now it's the U.S. Marines and, or whatever, and opposing force. I mean, come on. Really, it doesn't change the fact that every single person on this planet, okay, not on this planet, every gamer that's sort of with it knows that the opposing force are the Taliban. It doesn't change anything. Call them the other guys. The other guys that look very similar to Taliban. They look like Taliban. They dress like Taliban, but they're called the opposing force. Maybe they're not Taliban. They're Taliban. It doesn't matter what you call them. Tomato, tomato, whatever. It doesn't change anything. I think it was kind of really a waste of time. And really, I still think if they're truly doing this to appease the families or whatever of the fallen soldiers, the ones that wrote letters and said, you know, this kind of hurts us, you know, we lost father, brother, mother, sister, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, I think it's kind of insulting to them to just simply say, I mean, either you don't, you remove it, and it's, you know, that's not going to happen because we're talking about millions of dollars here. But to change the name from Taliban to opposing force is almost, if you're doing it because of them, it's more of a slap to them because nothing's changed. It's still Taliban. You're just calling it something different. There's still the guys in the caves with the long beards that were the army, that were the opposing army. Everybody knows it. They know it. Everybody involved, all you guys out there know it's Taliban, whether you call them Taliban or not. So really kind of a waste of time, and really, I don't know, it really wasn't much of an effort. I think they should have just left it. You're never going to keep everyone happy. Again, like I said, my heart goes out to all of them that actually have lost people. But you already know my opinions on the overall thing. It's a game. What are you going to do about it? And I'm more focused on the single player anyway. They're not changing the single player. Taliban will still be in there because in the single player you stay as the Allied forces. You don't ever play as the Taliban, and all you do is you kill the Taliban. So, and I say all you do. If you're Taliban and you're watching this, you're probably deeply offended. But I don't actually really care. So anyway, That's it. That's the news. They changed it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I mean, if you guys feel the same way that I do, that it's kind of irrelevant that they changed the name. I mean, we're all smart. Well, we all have common sense. Well, you know what I mean. You can pretty much gather the fact that it's still Taliban, whether you call them that or not. And I don't think they really should have done anything. They should have just went with it, and those that don't want to buy it, don't buy it, and those that are offended, you know, you're always going to offend someone, just like me saying I don't care if you're Taliban or not or whatever. Don't really care. I really don't. So anyway, that's it. That's the news. I'm Guns for Hire from Next Gen Tactics. Leave your comments. You know, rage out. Let me know. I'm very curious to know if you guys think the same way, or if, you know, you think it is a good move. You whether think this is something they should have done. I don't know. Rate your comments. Leave it. Rate it. Let's go. Anyway, that's it. I'm Guns for Hire. Peace.